hot down here, guys. Hey, if you guys want to make a lot of money, one thing you can do is watch John's Gold and Silver. Also, guys, I just want to say this is not financial advice. This is my show, okay? And it's for entertainment, guys. But I'm dead honest about what I believe about a lot of these stocks, guys. So, alright, on with the video. Hey everybody, welcome to another classic episode of John's Gold and Silver. I'll be your host, John. I've had a couple of things go bad recently, so I'm kind of having a bad time. So that's really why I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys, because I think you guys really can cheer me up a lot in the comments. I know you guys do. So I want to talk today about, first we'll do a little brief channel update, and then I want to get into our stock, okay, GNS, because I think this thing is going to be flying. For my estimates, we could go over $20 a share. But guys, first of all, this is not financial advice, alright? So yeah, I want to give you guys a brief update on my channel now. We now have 2,048 subscribers, guys, and we have 3 Patreon members. My goal is to get 1,000 Patreon members, so, you know, we got 0.03. I mean, so I'm trying to do the best I can, come out with more stuff more often, so we'll see, guys. So I plan on ramping up the Patreon, fully advancing it to the next level, guys, alright? Special thanks to the Patreon members. I've got Luke on there and Ramiro. I mean, I think you're still with us. My stock called Silicon Valley Bank kind of tanked on us, and FTEG may be defunct. We're gonna see, okay? But I don't think it's over, alright? So we have shirts for sale too, guys. John's Gold and Silver shirts. These ones are like muscle shirts, so they're cut off on the arms. So I do want to say though that they are not cheap, okay? Because I personally have to hand make these at like 3, 4 in the morning, okay? So got 30 minutes, okay. So yeah, but as soon as I can afford to actually get the machine, I'm gonna mass produce them, and then we're talking we can get them down to under $20 a shirt. So that is something I'm looking to do in the future. The machine is about $7,000 to $8,000. But yes, that will be in the future. Not too far off either. But yeah, for now the shirts, they're going to be a bit pricier. You can email me. I'll put my email in the description. So all you guys know, Genius Group is my biggest penny stock position right now. I own a lot of the stock. Okay. Well, my buddy, it wasn't his biggest position. It was his only position, alright? He had a ton of GNS because of the share count that we're expecting to see with these naked shorts getting exposed. So that's one of the biggest reasons why he bought it, okay? But the stock kept going down. It went all the way down to 60 cents. And then my buddy was so depressed, he kept telling me like he feels like, you know, doing something serious, and I was trying to talk him out of it and everything. And then well, guys, remember that day the stock went up to 98 cents? He called me and he said that he almost did it. He almost offed himself, but then the stock started to go up that day. I'm like, dang, that's good. So the stock basically saved his life, okay? And then you do know, though, that later that day, what happened to the stock? It came all the way back down to 60 cents, okay? And then I was trying to call him that night after it came down, and I couldn't get a hold of him. So I later found out that he did it because he killed himself, because the stock couldn't, it was manipulating him so much. The stock, you know, the market maker, whatever. That day that it went up to 98 cents and then down to 60 again, it played with his emotions so much, like he was going to do it, he was going to kill himself. Then it went up, then he told me he wasn't. And then it went right back down. And then that was it, guys. So this is one of the saddest times in my life. But I also do want to say, though, another lesson, okay? He did leave me with when he died, I found out in his will, he left me with all of his GNS shares. Okay, guys? So my position's now quadrupled. So this is absolutely incredible. So the lesson, guys, is whenever something really bad happens, something equally good will also happen. Okay? So remember that. So now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about this actual stock, okay? Which I hold my biggest position in it. So, Genius Group, they're a leading ed tech company, educational technology, and they a lot of their education courses are specifically in learning how to become an entrepreneur. And this is what I actually try to teach you guys too. So I really like this company for one thing, because I'm on kind of the same level as them. We have the same beliefs anyways about how to educate people. You don't want to educate people just telling them stupid facts about history and about math. You want to teach them how they can use resources, how they can be more resourceful, how they can look up new knowledge, new information, how they can start and run their own business, not just how they can work for someone else. So I really like what this company is doing, Genius Group. They even have a Genie AI that teaches you, and it actually it has artificial intelligence built into the system, so it knows how you learn. It can know how fast you're learning, so it can challenge you at different points along the way. So if you're like some smart dude coming in, it'll immediately know how to challenge you. And if you're some idiot, it's not going to give you extremely hard questions, and it's not, what you guys know what I mean. So it learns with your level. So yes, they're a leading edtech company. The CEO, I wanted to say, I have not seen him in any lies or anything like that whatsoever, guys. Like, he told us about, as this is progressing right now, he told us a lot about the naked shorts, and this is something that a lot of CEOs just won't talk about. Probably, 'cause, they're scared, or they're, who knows, they're making deals with them, whatever. But most CEOs of most companies are not talking about the naked shorts, and this is a huge problem, alright? Everyone pretty much knows that they're selling shares that don't even exist, and they're trying to make these companies go out of business. Like GNS, they're trying to make them go out of business, guys. And it's unfair, we should be able to do something about it. So the CEO is fighting these naked shorts. And there's a lot of his videos on YouTube. Like, this guy is all over YouTube, all over Twitter. So the CEO, I believe he is on our side. I truly do believe he's an honest guy. I haven't caught him in any lies. I've watched everything that he's done, okay? So I think that Roger Hamilton is the real deal. In my personal opinion, guys. I do. So I mentioned this dividend, though. What is this stock dividend, okay? So for every share, you guys, I don't even need to really read this off here. It just keeps me on track, or I can forget where I'm trying to go, But so I'm going to tell you what it is, though. For every share in GNS you own, you will also get shares or a partial ownership in stock of this other company called Entrepreneur Resorts Limited. So this is like a hotel resort company. You pay money there. You fly there. You go chill there in all these different places. Like, I would love to do it, but it does cost money. And then they go there to communicate with the other people there, to learn, to discuss their business opportunities. So it's like a vacation place, but it's also like looking for new opportunities. Other people that know certain things that you can connect with. So I believe, yeah, they are in Bali, Indonesia, South Africa, Singapore. So they're in a lot of places like that, and really nice weather. But guys, okay, this is the thing. I believe that this Entrepreneur Resorts Limited, not GNS, but ERL, is the crown jewel. Okay, it's the real gem. I think this is what we want to have. I think because it's really going to be a successful company. Like, GNS paid like 18 or $36 million or something like that for this company, and I think that maybe, yeah, I really do think that Entrepreneur Resorts is probably the better company. So you're gonna want to own this, in my opinion. Not financial advice, guys, but I definitely want to own some of this and see what happens with it. we don't know how much it's really going to be when it moves over from the blockchain to, like, your Ameritrade account. It's very likely that it could go way up, okay? Because we're going to learn a lot more about this here in the coming, well, this is going to be soon, guys. They're going to do this share count and expose these naked shorts really, really soon, this month. So I think, in my personal opinion, you've got to have GNS. You've got to own it now. You don't want to wait. I think we're looking at a progressive climb now. Okay, I don't think you're going to get any chances to get it cheap again. So yeah, I want to definitely get this ERL and see how it goes. Now the other huge deal though is this share count. Okay, so when they issue this dividend, they will have to do a share count. This is going to expose all of these naked shorts, all of these guys, the hedge funds that are selling shares that don't exist. This is like one of the only few times in history, where this has ever happened, okay? So, guys, what actually happens to this stock, I don't know. It could skyrocket to $100. I don't know. But I'm thinking something big could definitely happen. So once these naked shorts are exposed, I can only assume it's going to make the price skyrocket. It's going to probably gap way up, just jump a massive amount, and then probably keep going up from there, Like they could gap up to like $10 when the share count happens, and then it keeps going, because then you get way more eyes coming onto it after that happens. Probably a massive initial move, and then it's going to spike. Yeah, keep spiking higher, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So also, yeah, the shorts are responsible for paying out the dividend. So basically, all the guys that are short on it are going to have to buy it back. So they're short shares that don't even exist. They're short probably over 400 million shares. How are they going to buy back that many that don't exist? Guys, I don't know. But I think GNS could be one of those once-in-a-lifetime stocks here, okay? We're talking absolutely, 100x move. Guys, this is just my personal opinion, okay, of what is happening. So I do think there's going to be a massive buying frenzy in GNS stock, and I think it's going to be soon. I think it's going to start now. And I think we're going to be looking at massive gaps up. So what could GNS go to? Well, the Overstock had a very similar situation, and that went from $3.76 to $121. So that was a 32x. If GNS did the 32x, that would put it at 23 bucks, okay? But I think it would go even higher than that, since it's a penny stock to begin with, and probably there's even more shorts on it than there was Overstock. So, because they've hammered this thing down just ridiculously. Like, you'll see the number of shorts on your market watch, but guys, I think the real number of shorts is way, way more than that, because there's something called a dark pool. And that's something I'm going to have to teach you about in a Patreon video coming up here, guys, okay? So please subscribe to the Patreon. And if we get 10 subscribers, I'll do that. So, yeah, guys, I want you to stay tuned for more. And also, I'm going to put on a Patreon video today, later, after I put up this one, that's going to tell you even more, which I believe to be secret information about GNS, okay? So some of this stuff I'm going to tell you, I'm not even going to put on YouTube, but let me tell you, it's going to be good. It means our stock GNS is going to go up, okay? This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. This is a show, okay? It's for entertainment only. So if you take that seriously, you could be crazy. But what I do with my money is, yeah, I have GNS. I'm not joking around, okay? I'm very serious about this entire video. I own a lot of it, guys, and it's starting to go, and I'm like 100% sure that, yeah, it's gonna blow. Remember how I was 100% sure that TRKA was gonna go? I was 100%. When TRKA was 13 cents, I was 100% sure. How can someone be 100% sure? How can someone know? I'm not here to answer that question for myself to you guys, okay? I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do, though, is say I'm 100% sure again on GNS. So, if you didn't believe me before on TRKA, believe me on GNS. But I don't know, guys. I just want to come out here and give my best tips and knowledge and what I think is going to happen because I've read a lot of the SEC filings. I've read basically everything, guys. I've watched everything on this. I've read everything on this. I think we know the script. We know the script, guys. They're going to do this share count. We're getting this dividend. It's going to be insane. Stuff like this does not happen that often, where you know when you're getting your dividend. Okay, at the end of this month. So it's going to be sweet. But yeah, please, if you want to see the real GNS video, you've got to join the Patreon, because I'm going to include things on there that you wouldn't even believe. Okay, and I'm not making that up. And some of you guys really need to learn this stuff. Okay. Thank you so much, and I'm going to come out with another video too pretty soon about the commodities again, about the gold and the silver, because I really like that silver's dropping here, guys. I thought it would, and it is, and we can get silver cheap here, and ultimately we know silver is going to go way higher, and it's going to take place pretty soon. The dollar is going to begin another decline, and it's going to go way down. You guys know about the BRICS currencies and all that. It's going to happen, guys. Silver is going to make us all really rich too. So if we make a lot of money in GNS, I think we could flip that to get silver with it, okay? That's just one strategy, guys. Just one, all right? There's many strategies. And also, guys, remember how I tell you, don't over leverage yourself. Don't buy too much, because like my buddy did that I told you at the beginning of this video, you know, I told you what happened with him. It's because he went all in, okay? Yeah, good's coming out of it. He's giving me his shares and his will. You know, I already got him, you know? So, good comes out of bad, but it really sucks at the same time, because I'm still not happy about him, even though he left all that to me. I wish, because I think ultimately he would have made the money, because I think the stock is still going to go. He just couldn't handle it that day, and he was so negative, and he said something like, oh, I can never win anything, because this guy was a millionaire, right? And then he lost it all, and he thought GNS would take him back. But after GNS psyched him out, just that one move, when it went up to 98 and then it went down, it psyched him out, and it freaked him out. I think if he would have waited till now, he'd be in a much better mood. But I don't even want to get into that, guys, because then it is what it is. So I'll talk to you guys really soon about extremely important issues. So please come back, join the Patreon, guys.
John's Gold and Silver is the only channel I use to learn about commodities. Thanks, John boy.
No problem, man. Oh, shoot!
Yeah!